2023 Time Person of the Year. The quotes, the sound bites that you played leading up to this conversation made clear why. Her influence has been so wide that we have scientists, economists, university professors, all different groups of people jumping in to try to stake their claim for the type of impact and success that she's had. And there are many ways that we can measure that success. I think there are also ways where that success goes beyond measurement. And one of the points that you make is the way that her stories, her work, her songs have paid attention to people who often feel set aside by society, who often feel overlooked or underestimated. I think Taylor Swift is both author and avatar of a huge societal shift that we saw this year, where the stories of women and girls became the center of our attention. Extraordinary songwriting ability. I think also she's found a way to spin her own story into a global legend. So when her lyrics hold up a mirror to herself, I think they actually help other people better understand themselves.
And just in terms of, I mean, I know that in the past Taylor Swift has talked about, you know, being worried about sort of being overexposed. I mean, I think every famous person has that fear that if their names sort of continue in the headlines for too long, that people will eventually get tired of them. Is there any risk of that with Taylor Swift?
This year points to the contrary. I think one of the interesting things about the ubiquity of Taylor Swift is in some of the ways that we haven't heard from her. This is actually the first in-depth interview that she's done with any media outlet in nearly 4 years. But we're also hearing from her in our conversation, which runs in the magazine and on time.com today, as someone who's finally comfortable with her success, who seems at ease with her place in the world. She talks about, you know, if I'm going to go out to a restaurant, it's going to attract a lot of attention and a lot of paparazzi, but I still want to go out and be with my friends. I think we're seeing a sense of self-acceptance and an ability to deal with that fame. I mean, what's interesting is that at 33, she's one of the youngest people ever to be Time Person of the Year. But
and sales of his jersey, get this, spiked nearly 400%.
All the ways in which Taylor Swift has dominated the headlines just this year. Beyond wowing fans, millions of fans, I should say, Taylor Swift proved her seismic impact on the economy, which we touched on in those sound bites just there. Her tour helped push the spending power of women to new heights this summer, with some government officials practically begging Swift to bring her show to their cities. The Swift effect was so massive that the U.S. Federal Reserve even mentioned her in its beige book.